It's been about a week since I minted my Dino Biddies. Here they are. If you don't know what a Dino Biddy is, it is a creation by the developers who created the 100 token as well as the bias token. And it is the first NFT that pays you passive income while staying in your wallet. There have been NFTs that you can take and like stake it, and there's like an inflationary business model, you just get some staking. But there's never been NFTs that like mine crypto for you, where it's like, every time a transaction happens, just like, Bitcoin miners get paid when a transaction happens. If a transaction doesn't happen, the miners don't get paid. These act the same way as, basically like a Bitcoin miner, in that when a transaction happens on the network, everybody get paid. Now the difference is with Bitcoin miners, only one miner is getting paid that block every 10 minutes, right? You can run a Bitcoin mine for like a month or so. I've never done it, but I've heard you can run it for a month or so and not get a block. If you have like, a small setup at the crib, you might not ever get any Bitcoin, is what I'm hearing. You got to have like big farms, and they, get most of the Bitcoin, the more miners you have, right? So it's like a, more of a monopoly type thing. With this, all of these are small miners, okay? These are the lowest type miners that you have. So they're not going to be making the most, but they do get paid on every single transaction. So it doesn't matter if somebody else has a bigger Dino Biddy than me, they're going to get more. In turn, they're going to get paid more, but it's not like I'm not going to get paid nothing. Right? So that's what's crazy. And literally everybody who owns one of these, every single transaction will get paid. And it's not like bias is some household name, right? No, it's not even on CoinMarketCap. It's not on CoinGecko. It's nowhere. You guys only know about this stuff because, once again, I'm giving it to you, right? There's no other YouTubers talking about this. There's been nothing. Right? So like this is a tremendous opportunity to get in on something like this. And so since I've had it so far, like these first ones have like 4,500 bias. Now bias is up a lot in the last 2-3 weeks or something. I don't know. It's probably 10x or something. I'm not showing you the charts because I'm not worried about charts. I am looking at this like, bias is a penny. Okay, bias is not a penny yet, but I'm looking at it like, okay, what if bias is a penny? If bias is a penny, so far these three have paid like $45, and that's been a week. So for me, getting in was like a $300 investment, $400 investment. Right? Basically, I'm going to be able to, at this same rate with low volume, I'm going to be able to recover my investment in 2 months. Okay. Now, what happens if after this video, other people pick up whatever, the volume doubles, the volume triples, the volume is low right now, guys. Volume is low on 100. Why? Because these are early projects. Some of you guys, I just have to say, the mentality is wrong, and you haven't been a part of stuff like this before, so your thinking is too short term. But I'm getting ahead of myself, okay? But yeah, I'll be able to recover in a couple months, and even if you buy right now, even at this low level of volume, right, you're still gonna be able to recover your investment in like a year, maybe not even quite a year at this low level. What if the activity increases, significantly higher? Then you're gonna make it quicker, right? So, this is just incredible. But some people might look at this and say, "Oh man, this is expensive." Right now, with the price of bias, it's gonna cost you about $2,000 to mint one of these. And I kind of laugh, when somebody say, "Hey, these are kind of expensive," compared to what? Okay, so again, let's just provide a bit, if I can, some perspective. Like I said, it's been about a week. With bias at a penny, it's gonna hit a penny. It's not even a question, right? When, I don't know. Don't care, but it's gonna hit a penny, because you got to understand, every time somebody mints one of these, every time somebody buys bias, every time somebody sells bias, there's less and less and less bias. It's deflationary, right? So every single day there's less bias. Every hour, every time somebody buys, okay? So if there's increasing demand and there's less of a supply, there's only one way for that to go. But let me bring it to y'all level for some of y'all, for something that y'all might understand. And that's, property. I know you got a lot of real estate guys out there. I used to be a real estate guy myself, right? Because I love the idea of what I thought would be passive income. Okay? There's nothing passive about real estate. Just want to put that out there, right? So we're in London. Gonna go to London now. I'll see, we got a nice flat here. 2-bedroom flat for sale. All right. I'm not an expert on the UK accent, right? But let's take a look at this, right? They want all cash, right? All right, so we got our pounds here. 265,000 pounds for this 2-bedroom flat. What is a flat? That's what they call apartments, I think. Okay. So this is in Finchley. I don't know where this is or any. I looked it up. I think this is somewhere near London. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, y'all can clown me in the comments, okay? But for a 2-bedroom flat for sale. Now, we don't know what the heck. Can we click on this? All right, let's see. Oh, okay. This is all we getting. Do we have any any other type of pictures? Okay. So where is this? There's Finchley. No, I don't think this is near London, bro. Let's see if we can find. There's Wembley. Okay, yeah, North London. You're right. Oh, there's Tottenham, and okay, all right. So not a bad area, not at all. But they're not. We don't know what the property looks like, right? And anytime you have cash deals, you're gonna need to do some work. But let's pretend, right, that this is perfect, okay? And let's pretend that we can get a loan or something, even though they ask for cash. Let's say we can get a loan, okay? So how much are we gonna be able to rent this property for? So I went here, and here's a property in North Finchley, right? Looks pretty decent based on this. We don't know if our property looks like this now. We don't know if this 265 look like this, but let's pretend that it does. It's 2,000 euro. I'm sorry, 2,000 pounds per month, per calendar month. I think is what that means. 2,000 pounds per month. Okay, so that's what it's going to cost for somebody to rent our property. So the question is, how much is the mortgage going to be? Right? Because you don't have 265,000 in cash, right? Pounds. How much is the mortgage going to be, and what are we looking at? So here it is. According to Google, it's going to be 1,727 pounds per calendar month for a mortgage of $265,000. Okay, now I don't know if that's factoring taxes. They have a thing in the UK called council tax. Council tax is where they tax you to pay for poor people, some of which are legitimately poor, most of which who are just gaming the system. I'm just calling it like I see it, right? You can get paid as a woman over there for just having kids. It don't even have to be with the same dude. You can have a bunch of kids with a bunch of different dudes, and in the UK they will pay you for all of them, right? To the point that it's women, real talk, that's got like 16 kids, and the UK has given them 2 houses. Like, seriously, I've seen this, right? And it takes away from the actual people. I've seen men who are truly down and out, and they're trying to be, something happened to their mom or, something like that. They're trying to be good dads, but the where they live, the council won't give them money because they're men. So a lot of the men are homeless with kids, or they'll take their kids away. I'm fascinated by this stuff. I used to watch it all the time years ago. That's how I know this stuff. So yeah, it'll be veterans and all that, and they can't get help, but a 17-year-old girl can gap, right, for every, Tom, Dick, and Harry going down the street, and she can get paid. It's wild, man. But anyway, didn't want to go there, but so 1,720. I know this doesn't include council tax. I don't know if this includes, other type of taxes that you pay year. I don't know. But let's pretend that this is all you're going to pay. So based on your rent, we're also going to pretend that our renter is going to pay every month without fail. They're never going to have any issues paying, okay? So if that's the case, then we're going to clear 273 pounds per month if everything goes perfect. And that's the renter paying, that's the property, nothing breaking down, nothing ever goes wrong, nothing to fix, right? It's just a perfect situation. 273 pounds. Okay? Now, we go back to here. Right now, it's going to cost you about $2,000. Next year, it's probably going to cost you $20,000. But right now, it's $2,000. And I'm telling you, I have the lowest level NFTs. And based on the activity for the first week, which next week might be different, next week might be higher, next week might be lower. I haven't had them for long enough to know. But $45, because I know bias is going to be a penny, $45 a week, that's $180 a week. That's almost the same amount as the house, and the house is $265,000, and I only paid $300 or $400. You can get these for like $2,000, and people talking about it's expensive. What do you got to put your business hat on, even when these are $20,000. If there are any left, there's only so many, right? So even when these are $20,000, they're still gonna be a better value than most real estate. Would you buy a $20,000 house that paid you $180 a month? Yes, you would. And if you want, somebody else will. Because that $180 a month is gonna be like $2,120 or $2,160, something like that for the year. $2,160. These guys are gonna pay. They're not gonna start working. Stop work. They're not gonna lose their job. They're not gonna get sick. Hello? They're gonna pay. And right now it's paying this based on very low activity. So even for 20,000, if I told real estate people, yo, for $20,000, you can make $2,000 a year, they would say where? They would buy instantly because they're spending this amount to get the same return. Okay, now we got to look at other NFTs that are in the space. I'm sorry if you got one of these, or, you know, this is, you know, you, the person that came up with this. But I just don't understand this, y'all. Here are, I'm assuming, I don't know if this is AI generated. You never know these days. I'm assuming it's a guy taking pictures of volcanoes. I don't know if he's real. I don't know, but these are pictures of volcanoes, right? And you see the price. These are like, you know, oh man, I keep thinking ETH is $2,000. I always think of ETH in 2000. ETH is no longer 2,000. ETH is 4,000. So they want 0.49 ETH for this picture of a volcano, which I'm pretty sure I can find on Google Images or something like that. Or I can buy all the volcano books in the world for probably this price and find the best one. Or, you know, probably find a photographer to send me a single shot for less than this. Because, let me make sure, these do not pay passive income. It's just a picture of a volcano. And it's $1,800. Plus you're going to have to pay that wonderful Ethereum gas. Somebody got to tell me like where that makes sense. Okay, even stuff like this. I thought these were pretty cute. Okay, yeah, cute little guy. First of all of this is computer generated, right? Somebody created this on Adobe Photoshop or something like that. All of these were literally drawn by hand, and the animation was done by hand is what the developers tell us. So the fact that they're moving at all, they're moving their mouth, that's like, you ever seen the Walt Disney animation? Like sometimes they play that and they show the pages turning. That's how they're saying these were done. So every time this dude closes his mouth, that's a different picture, all done by hand. So just that in and of itself is crazy. And no repeats. All of these are, again, I can't verify this, but this is what the devs are saying. They're all a one-on-one. You go to the page, it says it's a one of one. Each one is a one of one. And these are paying passive income. And you're this is not. This is just a computer generated image with somebody very skillful, you know how to add things, right? That's it. And it's $1,400. Now, the reason why I picked this is because it's talking about there'll be some profit sharing connected to franchise products. You have no idea what that's going to be, how that's going to work. Like, how you going to get paid? How do you know for sure that they're going to give you the profit that you're supposed to have? How do you know? Is that going to be on the blockchain? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that now y'all want to talk about expensive. These are expensive. $42,000 for a pudgy penguin. I know these are like one of the most popular NFTs out right now. I don't know why. I know they're supposed to be Some type of profit sharing. I thought there's 8,800 of these, right? So, and like I said, I think there's supposed to be some type of profit sharing from what I don't know, guys. But unless it's on the blockchain, unless you see these, what's stopping Pudgy Penguin, whoever owns it, from keeping more than their share if it's not on the blockchain? See, that's what I like about these. There's no accounting, or there's no, oh man, y'all didn't pay me. When a transaction happens, you get paid, point blank, period. And it pays everybody instantaneously at one time. What? Like, what are you talking about? And right now is like I said, the lowest one is costing you 2.1 million bias. Bias is, at a whatever price. So like I said, your total price is going to be $2,000. Of course, you got to have, a million hundred. So I believe this is going to push 100 higher, right? It's just amazing, guys. And when you compare it to anything else, like I said, even at 20,000, this makes sense. But if these are 20,000, then the bias price has to be 10x. So what's stopping the bias price from being, who knows, with less and less bias every day? I don't want to speculate, because all I'm focusing on is a penny. There are people who have Dino Biddies that, are making like 20, 30, 40,000 bias a day. So now apply a penny to that. Now you're making $200, $300, $400 a day. You understand what I'm saying? And oh, by the way, if you ever want to sell it, you can sell it, right? You could put it out in the marketplace and see if somebody want to buy it. So it's just like a house. And whenever these sell, right, people think these prices are crazy. Okay, these folks are thinking about the future. First of all, this is the first one, so it's gonna have a higher price. It's the first one, right? But there's 100 million bias in here. 100 million. So this person, I'm sure, is getting a bunch of bias every single day, right? So even if they're getting $200-$300 a day, right, that's $3,000 a month, right? That's at a penny. Or maybe I'm off. Let's see, $200-$300. Yeah, I'm way off. $200-$300 a day. That's like 10 grand a month. My bad. $10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year. You're telling me that's not worth $1 million? 120, and I'm talking about the volume would probably have to be like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50,000. Well, they're getting that now. They're getting that now. So if the volume ever gets to millions in volume a day, Bias is doing maybe 10,000 a day. If it ever gets to the point, are you kidding me? 1 million in volume a day, just 1 million. Right? Bitcoin is doing billions. Ethereum is doing billions. Just 1 million in volume a day. This is going to be paying an insane amount. And every day there's going to be less. Every day there's going to be burns. The burns happen automatically. And you get paid automatically, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then I'm sure this team is going to come out with more type of NFTs. who, might have a similar thing. Maybe it won't be 2.1 million buyers. Maybe it'll be less because, it gets expensive. Maybe they'll do something for 1 million. I don't know, but what's important is you're on the ground floor of a totally new type of NFT technology. You understand? Like, you give these to one of your kids, it can get them through college. You know how your kids always begging you for money when they go off somewhere, they go to college? You can literally, here, don't ask me for no money. You better get this dinosaur and go sit down. You can, you can literally send that. Here you go, baby. This is all you need. Okay? Like, you can do that. Right? Or I could see a situation where somebody's getting a divorce. Right? And maybe, the woman wants to take everything. Oh, I want the furniture, I want the car, I want this, I want that. And the dude is like, you know what? Your Honor, she can have all that. Just let me keep my dino bitty. Just let me keep my dino bitty. Because the cars and the furniture and all of that is going to lose value. It's going to lose value. This possibly, based on how it's done, is going to increase in value. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy. This is crazy revolutionary. Okay? So now, it, like everything else that I tell you about, it has to get adoption. People have to buy, people have to be interested, whatever. The team has to keep building, all of that. But I mean, you have, all you tax refund bros up there, you guys have spent money on crap. Let's just keep it real. Y'all have spent money on dates, on girls, on shoes, on different things, right? And it would be nice if them Jordans paid you passive income, but they don't. They don't. It would be nice if all that money you spent chasing that tail, if that tail had a staking contract. Wouldn't that be nice? All you had to do is tap that booty, just one time. Like everybody that you ever took out, you have a contract that say, I can tap, like I'm talking about literally tap with your hand. Hey girl, I'm coming over there. I got that contract. Boy, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. Listen, I got that contract. Just stick the booty out the window. I'm just going to come tap it. I just need my staking. Right? That would be nice. If we had, boy, I have more money than I got right now. Right? You don't have that. That money is gone. Dudes have proposed to girls and they've not gotten married, and they've kept the engagement rings and took that junk and pawned it and what else, and bro, like, it's them fighting words. No, if you don't want to get married, I need my ring back. This solves so many, I'm being funny and stuff, y'all, but this solves so many problems, guys. So many problems that you can fix. You can, even if you pass, God forbid, you'll be leaving your children with something. I don't care if these only pay $50 a month. You're leaving them with something that can help them, bless them, right? Long after you're gone. It's different than just another token. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't take their token and turn it into something else. This, you're tokenizing your tokens and turning it into art, rare art, that one day you'll probably be able to flip for significantly more, much more than what you paid if you want to. So no, these are not expensive. They are cheap. It's your boy BSG. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video.